Welcome everybody to the Turing Test. I am Insomniac Jack, and let's hope we can solve this puzzle today. I've had a good night's sleep. So let's see.
Ava, your survival is of small importance compared with the survival of humanity as we know it.
Okay, so I know... What we do know is we have to get this guy through there. What does this do? Does this turn off the magnet? Don't remember what that does. Or do I have to flip this switch here? Okay, that's what I need to do. Then this turns off the magnet, right? Yes. Okay, so we know that's one thing we have to do. You've got to go there. Come here. All right. Wait a second. If I run him through the door, then drop down here. Yeah, that could work. I just got to get him to a spot that I can see him before I drop down. All right. So. Oops, not quite. I've got to get him on the fall. All right, so she's fallen. Get in there. Yes! All right. Man, it's amazing what a good night's sleep will do for you. And that opened the door, I think. Where am I? All that trouble last night, all that thinking, and I couldn't think of dropping myself down. I don't know how long this video is going to be, because that was the last puzzle as far as that board is concerned. There may be more. I really don't know.
Ava, you made it. Welcome to the end of civilization.
They're not open? Oh, it's not connected. So they're still building this.
2 weeks ago, we discovered an organism here. Buried in this ice, we found an organism that repairs DNA. A cure for aging, a cure for death, immortality. It runs through our blood now. Tom wants to bury us here with it.
Whoa, I have lost control. I can still look, but I am walking forward against my will. Yeah, but that organism, we don't know what it's gonna do.
The ISA have ruled that we have transgressed ethical boundaries by exposing ourselves to this organism. They believe the organism is too dangerous to return to Earth. They've sent you here to stop us ever leaving Europa. But, Ava, we have a cure for the greatest evil that faces humanity. Death. We have the fountain of youth, and together we can return it to Earth.
Whoa, I don't know. Do we really? But you guys have had it for like 2 weeks. You don't know the effects. have a little rationality here, man. Starting to get on Tom's side. Why are they still in spacesuits? I'm just very curious, because technically we're inside.
Tom placed a mark in your hand, a biometric chip with which he can control your every movement and thought. It is wound into your every nerve, every fiber of your hand. With an electromagnetic field, it can be temporarily disturbed, but to remove its influence permanently, it must be taken from your hand. Give me your hand. Do you want me to set you free? Yes.
Now, I'm hands off right now. Oh, so now I control Tom.
Ava? Sarah? What are you doing here?
We were shutting you down, Tom.
Ava, be careful. He has a live weapon in here.
Everything I ever did, I did for good. This organism, it cannot return to Earth. It would cause great suffering.
A cure for death. It would end suffering.
No. Cancers that never die. Endless illness, sickness, poverty, overpopulation, mass starvation. You cannot control this. You will not save the world. You will damn it.
Once we've shut you down,
Oh,
we're
man.
going home.
Not if I stop you. You must not return to Earth.
Ah, what do I do?
You must not leave Europa. I will do the right thing. I will stop you.
You
He's-
won't. You can't.
A warning shot. I will defend myself.
He's right. God, you know what?
Monster!
I am sorry, Ava. You have to be strong. Ava? 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 Ava?
I had to. He's right.
Ava? Wake up. Ava? Ava?
Wow. I want to turn down the music here, but it's not letting me go into options. So what we'll do is we'll skip through the credits here. Wow. That was one hell of an ending. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I can go right back to the epilogue. I think what we'll do is I made my choice. I stopped them from bringing the virus back to Earth, which I think was the best decision, because every point he made, overpopulation, starvation, cancers that never died, things of that nature, he's absolutely 100% correct. We don't know the effects. So that's why I made the choice. But what we're going to do now is make the anti-choice and see what happens. And then I will let the credits roll. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down the music and the sound effects. Turn it down to 50%. We'll keep the voices the way they were. There we are. Yep, epilogue. And we'll go back through here and see what happens. I'm very curious. I didn't realize there would be two possible endings.
Ava, you made it. Welcome to the end of civilization. 2 weeks ago, we discovered an organism here. Buried in this ice, we found an organism that repairs DNA. A cure for aging. A cure for death. Immortality. It runs through our blood now. Tom wants to bury us here with it. The ISA have ruled that we have transgressed ethical boundaries by exposing ourselves to this organism. They believe the organism is too dangerous to return to Earth. They've sent you here to stop us ever leaving Europa. But, Ava, we have a cure for the greatest evil that faces humanity. Death. We have the fountain of youth, and together we can return it to Earth. Tom placed a mark in your hand, a biometric chip with which he can control your every movement and thought. It is wound into your every nerve, every fiber of your hand. With an electromagnetic field, it can be temporarily disturbed, but to remove its influence permanently, it must be taken from your hand. Give me your hand. Do you want me to set you free?
Yes.
Ava? Sarah? What are you doing here?
We're shutting you down, Tom.
Ava, be careful. He has a live weapon in here.
Everything I ever did, I did for good. This organism, it cannot return to Earth. It would cause great suffering.
A cure for death. It would end suffering.
No. Cancers that never die. Endless illness, sickness, poverty, overpopulation, mass starvation. You cannot control this. You will not save the world. You will damn it.
Once we've shut you down, we're going home.
Not if I stop you. You must not return to Earth. You must not leave Europa. I will do the right thing. I will stop you.
You won't. You can't.
I'm just gonna not fire this time and see what happens. So they're in the server room, so they're shutting Tom down is what it seems like. Why didn't
This
they...
is my mind. You're in my mind.
Now you know how it feels.
I feel afraid. Please, Ava, don't do this.
Where's the other one? I mean, why didn't they do this before?
I don't want to die. I'm not ready.
Wow. So it's kill or be killed in that last section. That's... wow. I mean, this was an excellent game, I have to say. Got it on Steam for 20 bucks, and for the game I got, that is perfect. The puzzles, they were challenging. They weren't too easy, but they weren't too hard. Like, I never once got really frustrated and said, forget this, it's too hard. As far as the loading glitches, I'm happy to say within 24 hours of actually the release of the game and the problem being reported, they fixed it. As you saw, there were actually loading screens in my video. I had to cut those out before. Would I play a game by these guys again? If it's anything like this, absolutely. This was awesome. And I kind of feel that I want to let the credits roll. Because these guys do deserve some credit. It was an excellent game, beautiful game. And it was really thought-provoking. Because missions to Europa and Mars and all these things, these are where we eventually want to go. NASA, I believe China. the ESA in Europe, they all want to do this. They all want to go to Europa. They all want to go to Mars and off-planet and off-world. And if we discover anything like this, these are the questions that have to be asked. It's deep, man. It's deep stuff. Now I just have to find a few more diamonds in the rough like this. This is one of the reasons why I got into PC gaming. It's games like this. I believe this did make it to Xbox, but not all of these end up being on Xbox or PlayStation or, you know, whatever your preferred console is. And I tend not to get into the whole console war thing just for the simple fact that it's all preference. It's A, where your friends are, and B, what kind of games you prefer. So it's all personal choice. It has nothing to do with which one's better. And no, I don't go into the whole PC Master Race thing either. I can't really anyway, because my PC is probably only slightly more powerful than my Xbox. If that, I'm not sure. I really don't know. Okay, so this was published by Square Enix. That's right. It just shows there was a small dev team. That was pretty short credits. Well, everybody, we've come to the end of the road on this game. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you with whatever game happens to come next. Alright, everybody. Goodbye.